A while back I was looking to get a new piano, so I went to a bunch of places, tried a bunch of pianos. Some were new and some were already used. There are many things to consider when choosing the right piano for yourself. So in this video I would like to discuss what are the things you need to know when selecting a piano. Is it worth buying a brand new instrument? Is it safe to get a second-hand one? What should you be looking out for? Stay on and find out. What's up everyone, Evgeny Genchev here with another episode of Sweet Struggle. On here I share my knowledge and experience both as a performer and as a teacher to help you on your musical journey. Make sure you subscribe to the channel if you haven't already in order to see many more videos like this one. Now, let's get to it. Many people struggle when choosing an instrument. There are so many components, so many parts that make up the whole thing. So as a starter, please never get fooled by the shiny polish. Unless you're using the piano for decoration, which I hope you're not, then this should be the last thing that you should be taking into account. Generally, if you go for the new piano route and you select a good quality one, you will most probably enjoy an instrument with a precise action. The piano will have a good sound quality and dynamics. The mechanics will be well regulated and adjusted. There won't be any wear and tear on the instrument. And plus, new pianos generally come with a warranty. For instance, I believe that Bach gives a 5-year warranty for their pianos, but obviously if you're looking after it, you can expect for it to be in a very good condition for much longer than that. What you need to bear in mind with some new instruments, and this is not limited to just pianos, is that it might take them at first some time to actually open up. Also, the keyboard may be somewhat stiff or heavy. The sound is not as rich and the instrument is not quite as resonant as it would eventually become. Let me clarify what I mean by that. Back when I was still a student at the academy, occasionally a student would be given a Strat from the school's collection in order to showcase it for an important concert. These were obviously beautiful instruments, but more often than not, the days leading up to the performance were accompanied by a lot of struggle from the side of the students. As some of these violins had not been played for years, the wood was just not resonating very well. It would take some adjustments and intense playing for a period of time before the instruments became more vibrant and the sound would open up. The same thing is relevant for pianos, so they need to be played on and they need to be adjusted. Now, what should you be looking out for when you're checking on used pianos? There are countless second-hand pianos on the market, and some have suffered more wear and tear than others. It is not always easy to determine what is the condition of the action. Would you be able to get away with some minor adjustments and a tuning, or would you actually need to renew the whole thing from the inside? Moreover, there may be some hidden damage, cracks, whatnot, due to storage under bad conditions or maybe an inexpert repair. Especially in the case of vintage pianos, the refurbishing costs may well exceed the purchase price. Ideally, you should make sure that the second-hand piano, therefore, is covered by warranty. If you can call a technician, or perhaps you have a good pianist friend, then ask them to inspect the piano for you. Always offer to buy your friend a drink. A drink in the music circus goes a long way. You'll thank me later. If you're in a rush, or perhaps you don't have anyone to help you at your disposal, then make sure you check on these things. Always inspect the soundboard. See if there are any visible cracks. That being said though, don't do it right away. You don't want to be crawling on the floor before you have even played the instrument. Another thing is wiggly keys, especially in the middle register. If that's clunky, then that could be a sign that other parts are also worn off. See if you can check out the condition of the hammers. Often with heavily used instruments, the strings would have carved little slots into the hammers. That's not the end of the world, they can be reshaped. But if there isn't enough felt left on them, then that can be problematic. Also, make sure that the dampers are moving together when you press the right pedal. It is essential that they make a good contact with the strings. Check for any rust, especially at the pins and on both ends of the strings. If there is rust, that will make them more vulnerable to breaking. In addition, it also can be that the pins are not holding up. There is a pin block that has cracked, or the whole board needs to be changed. Or perhaps even the whole piano needs to be restrung. Believe me, you don't want these things to happen. I remember trying out a used piano that seemed to be in a good condition at first sight. Then after playing it for a few minutes, the whole instrument got even more detuned than it was already. The pins were not holding the strings tightly at all. That's all for today, guys. I hope you found this video useful, and remember that getting a piano is not a casual purchase, so it's always beneficial to know what to look for. To have a reliable source of information, or ideally a professional that can help you in the selection process. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, and ring that bell button so that you never miss an upload. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.